Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tottenham and Manchester United preview. We got the early kickoff tomorrow. We got the 12:30 kickoff, and it's going to be a good one. Tottenham dominated us last year in 2024-25 season, winning all matches in all competitions, played them 4 times. They did a league double over us. They beat us in the Europa League final. But this will probably be opportunity now for United to get our own back. We heavily invested in Cunha and Mbeumo, Sesko, and Lemons in the summer. And we did that so we can close the gap. And I feel like we're starting to click now. So for United, this is not just about 3 points. This is a chance to reassert our status against a direct rival. So this is for a chance for us to get revenge and gain confidence going into the international break. Now, Thomas Frank, he likes using the 4-2-3-1, although he does tend to change it depending on what team he's playing. So he might do a 4-4-2, or he might go on to a 5-3-2. So he does tend to change it depending on what team he's playing and whenever he feels necessary to. I feel like we need to find a way to bypass their back four. Van der Ven. What can I say about him? He's one of the players to beat. One of the players to beat in defense. He has pace, he has good spatial awareness, and can score when he goes up from headers. And he always finds himself in the middle of the box and in good positions. So we got to try and keep it marked. Spurs offense, though, I think we rely more on transitions. Just like we do. We rely a lot on transitions. And usually they try to use the wingers like Kudos, for example, and they like hitting teams on the break. So it'll be up to Casemiro to stop from hitting our back three. And I feel like we will change stuff around. For example, I think out of possession, we'll go for a 4-4-2. And I think that's what we probably will end up doing in this case. I think with Tottenham as well, they're more of a reactive side, preferring to absorb pressure and counter-attack quickly. So that's what they like doing, like I just mentioned. So we can't really fall into the trap. We've got to try and keep that possession and mitigate or minimize the turnovers so that we don't get punished. Now, for Amorim, he likes using the 3-4-3, or shall I say 3-4-2-1. And I don't think he'll change it. Out of possession, we like to change. We like to go in 4-4-2. We like using 5-4-1. I've seen it where it's 5-3-2. So we do change it, but I think in this game, we'll probably go 4-4-2 out of possession. Our defense has to be disciplined on this one because we can't do what we did against Brighton, and we can't do what we did against Nottingham Forest. Now, with Brighton, we gave away 2 goals, made it harder than it was until Mbeumo scored in injury time. With Nottingham, we lapsed for about 2-3 minutes at the start of the second half and give Nottingham Forest a chance to get back in the game, and they went 2-1 up. And so then we had to fight back, and we can't do that against Tottenham. And I don't think we will in this game. And I think we will end up using what I like. I think we'll end up using the high press because Van der Ven, I felt, is weak on the high press. It's one of his weaknesses, and he panics. And that's what I would like. I would like to see the defense panic and us to create chances, us to get him on the counter, and us to get the ball in the box for us to get the end of. And it gives us a better chance of getting close to the box and scoring a goal. And that's what happens when Van der Ven is high pressed. I reckon we'll focus on short, quick passing through the middle to draw Spurs out, and then try and stretch the field and get the ball out wide to the wing backs. Now, I feel like the players to watch on this one would be Amad Diallo. There he is there. He's a winger that's converting into wing back. He's doing well in that role. He's good at going forward. He has the ability to provide width, which is crucial. But he does lack defensive discipline, and we found that out when Gibbs White scored the first goal. And obviously with Ahmad being so short, it couldn't get to him. But I think the important one else will be Bruno Fernandes. I think he'll turn up in this game. He's been creative for us. He's probably I think he's the most creative player in the Premier League, judging by the stats. And now he operates deeper in that midfield alongside Ugarte or Casemiro. But he'll be tasked with breaking Thomas Frank's structured lines with vertical passes out wide as well. So he's going to do that quite often. And that's what he likes doing. He likes cutting. He's probably going to try and work his way up. And I reckon Casemiro will stay back a bit more in this game. And I'm going to show you my team lineup in a bit, but I don't think Cunha will start. I know we've invested heavily on these duo. They're like the dynamic duo. They've been amazing. Congratulations to Mbeumo on his player of the month. Congratulations to Amorim on his manager of the month. But they're like operating in half spaces. So that'll be between the Spurs centre back and full back, for those that don't know, and are vital to exploiting the back four of Spurs. And I reckon we'll do that. I reckon Amorim will go for the high press, although if he goes for the high press, the reason I don't think Cunha will start is because Mount, I feel like, is better on the high press, and I feel like Mount will be starting instead of Cunha. And that's what I think. So let me go to what I think the team selection is going to be. So I've gone with Lamens in goal. For obvious reasons. He's our best keeper and he's doing well. I've gone with Euro, De Ligt, and Shaw in defense. So I've kept the same back four. Goalkeeper, 3 defenders. I've kept that the same. The changes that I did make was in midfield because I brought Dorgu in instead of Dalot. He has a tendency of picking Dalot. I don't like Dalot as a player. I don't think he's the best. I think he's awful, but he has a tendency of picking Dalot. And now I don't know whether that's because rumor has it they're related, because they're related through a guy called Carlos Dalot, who's meant to be the great-great-great-granddad or great-great-granddad. So they're meant to be related through that, apparently. So he has that. But I reckon Dorgu will start this one. I got a feeling that he will probably slot Dorgu in there. Up front now, for the number 10s, this is why I don't think Cunha will start. I'll go for Mount, only because of the high press. I reckon we'll high press against Tottenham because, as I mentioned, Van der Ven does panic on a high press. And I've gone with Mbeumo and Mount next on the 10s. So I got Mbeumo there because Ahmad and Mbeumo have that connection. And Mbeumo's just always, he's such a direct player. He's always creating that space. He's always somewhere trying to create something. And every time he gets the ball, he's always that creative player. Sesko, I've gone up front with him just because of his height and a bit and his pace, because Tottenham do have a fast defense, especially Van der Ven is rapid. So because of that, that's basically my team lineup, or the team lineup that I have personally gone for. So attacking wise, I reckon that wingbags, Dorgu and Ahmad will push high to create that 2v1 overloads on Spurs fullbacks. And that will probably give us space down the wings. But when Spurs counter, they look for fast direct passes into the channel for the wingers. So we got to try and mitigate the wingers. Hence why I reckon we'll go into a 4-4-2. So we'll have, I reckon Dorgu will slot back into left back. Shaw will come towards centre a bit more. And Mount will go on to the left wing. And then Mbeumo will go up front with Sesko. So that's what I reckon is basically, that's what I reckon will happen in this match. So this match is a test for Amorim, really, and United. See how we've improved, because losing 4 games to them last season, we can't be losing any more games to them this season. So for that reason, I think this game will determine how much we've improved. And if we get a result, which I think we will, then it's just it'll be a great improvement. So that's what I think. And I reckon my score prediction for this one will be 2-0. I reckon Lamens will keep a clean sheet, will score, I reckon Mbeumo will get another goal. I got a feeling Mbeumo will get another goal. And I reckon... who do I guess for the second goal? I reckon Mbeumo will get a goal. And I really want Sesko to get the second goal. So I'm going Mbeumo and Sesko to score. So that's basically, that's my prediction. That's my preview of the game. That's my team lineup. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Make it go ding, ding. So you can see the videos that I bring. You know, just that's a bit cheesy, but, you know, just it rhymes. So, yeah, do that for me. Please leave a comment. And I'll see you on the next video, which will be tomorrow when I react to the game. See you later.